Welcome to The Explainer. Right now, it feels like everyone is completely obsessed with generative AI, right? Chatbots writing poetry, generating wild images, and summarizing our crowded inboxes. But while that's grabbing all the headlines, there is a massive, multi-billion-dollar revolution happening quietly in the background. Today, we're diving straight into the high-stakes engine that's literally transforming how professionals operate all over the globe. We're talking about mastering AI decision support. Just think about the sheer scale of this idea for a second. What if a computer could analyze millions of pieces of information in the blink of an eye to help doctors save lives, lawyers build stronger cases, or businesses massively increase profits? That's like a human reading continuously, without sleep, for 10,000 lifetimes. And the crazy part? This isn't some science fiction pitch. It's not a 5-year projection. This is exactly what AI is doing right now in enterprise environments. It's actively helping doctors, lawyers, and businesses uncover huge new opportunities and solve massive problems.
Here's our roadmap for today. 1. Demystifying AI decision support. 2. The 6-step process. 3. Real-world applications. 4. The big benefits. 5. Risks and limitations. And 6. The collaborative future. Let's get right into it.
Starting with Section 1, Demystifying AI decision support. To really wrap our heads around this tech, we need to look at the massive leap from traditional analytics to modern AI. Look, traditional software is mostly descriptive. It basically just tells you what already happened. It's like looking in the rearview mirror. But AI decision support, that moves us into the realm of predicting the future and prescribing actions. It analyzes past data to find hidden patterns, predicts what's likely going to happen next, and then, here's the kicker, gives you actionable recommendations on what you should actually do about it. The whole goal here is empowerment. It's about taking that massive cognitive load of data crunching off your plate so you can focus on high-level strategy and execution. And that brings us to the absolute golden rule of all this. AI assists humans. It doesn't replace human judgment. In advanced enterprise systems, they call this human-in-the-loop architecture. Think of the AI as this incredibly fast, highly rigorous quantitative engine, but you are the pilot. You provide the nuance, the real-world context, and the final say. The AI does the heavy lifting with the probabilities, but at the end of the day, human judgment is always the ultimate authority in the room. Moving on to Section 2, the 6-step process. Now, let's look at how this magic actually breaks down into a logical flow. Imagine you're the logistics director for a massive global retailer, and you're staring down a sudden supply chain crisis. Step 1 is collect data. The AI instantly pulls in info from global port authorities, weather satellites, local inventory levels, and historical holiday sales. Step 2, analyze data. It crunches millions of rows of this seemingly random info in literal milliseconds. Step 3 is find patterns, and this is where the AI really shines. It spots a hidden correlation between a storm forming in the Pacific and severe impending shipping delays for your high-margin electronics. Step 4, predict outcomes. The system forecasts you're going to face a 40% inventory shortfall in your Midwest warehouses exactly 2 weeks before the major holiday rush. Step 5, recommend actions. Instead of just sounding the alarm, it actually gives you solutions, like 3 alternative shipping routes or local warehouse transfers ranked by cost and speed. Finally, Step 6, human decision. You review the options, realize one of the alternative warehouses is currently down for maintenance, context the AI didn't have, and you pick the second best route, saving the company millions. That's the 6-step relay race in action. All right, Section 3, real-world applications. When you take that 6-step framework and apply it across different industries, the versatility is just mind-blowing. Let's look closely at a couple of these. In healthcare, AI isn't just glancing at X-rays. It's analyzing MRI scans pixel by pixel, spotting microanomalies and catching diseases months or even years before human eyes could. It's a total game changer for treatment timelines. Or take the legal sector. Imagine a massive corporate merger. Instead of a team of junior lawyers pulling all-nighters for weeks to read a 10,000-page data room, the AI just ingests the entire thing overnight. By breakfast, it's cross-referenced decades of precedent and flagged the exact 3 clauses buried on page 4,000 that expose the buyer to financial risk. It literally takes finding a needle in a haystack and turns it into a quick morning brief. Which brings us to Section 4, the big benefits. When you deploy this kind of capability at scale, the tangible rewards for professionals are massive. It's not just about making decisions faster, and it's not just about more accurate analysis. It's the combo of the two. By effectively cutting out those inevitable mistakes we make when we're just plain tired, you're raising the absolute baseline of professional performance. Every choice shifts from relying on a gut feeling or past habits to a rock-solid, data-driven strategy. This speeds everything up, strips out massive amounts of wasted capital, and absolutely supercharges your organization's productivity.
But we need to talk about Section 5, risks and limitations.
As powerful as AI is, it's definitely not perfect, and we've got to be realistic about the structural risks. First up is the oldest ironclad rule of data science: garbage in, garbage out. If the AI is trained on bad, biased, or incomplete data, its recommendations are going to be confidently, dangerously wrong. Then there's something called data drift. This happens when a super accurate AI model slowly degrades over time because the real world changed, like an inventory model trained on 2019 shopping habits completely crashing in 2020. Plus, we've got the black box problem. Sometimes a deep neural network gives you a great answer, but the math it used to get there is so complex that it can't really explain its reasoning to us. And this is exactly why human oversight is non-negotiable. If you blindly accept a flawed AI recommendation and make a $1 million mistake, you can't blame the software. The liability, the responsibility, and the final oversight always sits squarely with the human in the loop.
And finally, Section 6, the collaborative future. Looking ahead, the way we use this technology across all these sectors is going to shift from reactive to completely proactive. Right now, much of decision support means you have to input a query or prompt a system. But the collaborative future? That's about continuous intelligence. AI agents are going to run quietly in the background of your business, your hospital, or your manufacturing plant, just perpetually monitoring complex data. They'll spot strange anomalies, forecast disruptions, and surface high-value insights without you ever having to ask. It's going to feel way less like a software tool you're using and way more like a brilliant, always-on partner working right alongside you. The future belongs to those who know how to work alongside AI. This tech is honestly the most powerful lever for professional capability we have ever built. It doesn't replace the expert, it heavily amplifies them. So the real question isn't whether AI will take your place. The question is how quickly you're going to use this tool to elevate your own performance. Think about it. When you sit down at your desk tomorrow morning, what is the very first complex decision you are going to hand over to your new AI partner?